Welcome to another Thursdays with RamDev. I'm recording this a few days before New Year's Eve. It's a really great time to think about beginnings and endings. People make New Year's Eve resolutions, and we can take that notion of looking at what's ending, looking at what's beginning, into a much more moment-to-moment way. We could even think that each time we're taking a breath, the in-breath is the beginning of life, the out-breath is the end. We're dying into letting go. And there's a very interesting moment at the end of the out-breath. If you really pay attention, you're watching the in-breath, space between in-breath and out-breath, watching the out-breath. And right at the end of the out-breath, there's nothing. There's the letting go of self. There's letting go of even somebody who's breathing. And if we can get comfortable with that letting go, it creates the space for beginning. And in fact, in Japanese, the word for breath is breathe in, breathe out, that you breathe out first to create the space to breathe in, that we have to let go before we can receive. We have to let go of breath. We have to let go of self before we can receive. So as we're going through the day, sometimes we're feeling that things are being lost, things are being taken away, sometimes things are being born. Being born is often much more comfortable than the work of Shiva, the work of Kali, the work of dissolution, the work of destruction. But really, we have to get comfortable with both of those, that we can't really appreciate the beginning until we're comfortable with the ending. We can't really appreciate life till we appreciate that we're going to die. And before we come to enlightenment, some of the last stages before enlightenment are, firstly, appreciating how things are being born in each moment, that each moment is alive with beginning. It's the beginning of the breath. It's the beginning of the mind. It's the beginning of the body. It's the beginning of sight and sound and hearing. But as we even get closer, we see how everything is falling away. Can we be comfortable? Can we accept? Can we become intimate with this sense of letting go into the next moment, letting things be exactly the way they are, becoming, if you were, hopeless. Not hopeless that things aren't going to get better, but it's hopeless that things are going to be any different than they are right now. This is the way things are in this moment. It can't be any different because this is the way it is. And this moment and this moment. And the more we can let go into this moment, then we can create beginnings that are much more wise and appropriate than if we're grasping, if we're clinging to the present, if we're hoping the present's going to be different than it is. So, Happy New Year's, if you're watching this around that time. And is it possible to not just make a few resolutions, but really work through this coming year with being comfortable with the way things are being born and dying moment to moment to moment? Lots of love.